in the world is the Rum Guy? The original man of mystery, the Condé Nast Traveler. He is in beautiful Puerto Rico. Let's ask him how he's doing. How are you doing, Rum Guy? I'm doing great. It's beautiful. Loving Puerto Rico right now. He loves Puerto Rico. Isn't that amazing? What's your most favorite things there in Puerto Rico, Rum Guy? Well, I like the kind of like the international dish here. It's called mofongo. And also, there's a lot of boobs. Everywhere you look, there's boobs. Boobs and mofongo! That sounds amazing! We should all go there! Keep your ears peeled on the MHOG podcast for more installments of Where in the World is the Rum Guy?
Give them nothing, but take from them everything!
And welcome back to the Metal Hand of God podcast. I am your host, Wayne, and sitting beside me with his lovely blue work shirt on is...
Dick Brother number one.
Yes, and the Rum Guy is not here today. He is off, like always.
Actually, the people have probably heard him, sort of have an idea of where he is.
Yeah, because we said that he was gone and he wasn't going to be here for a while.
Also, like he posted a thing that they probably just heard.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot that we started the show with that. My bad. I forget.
So
there's so many edits and bullshit to this. Yes, Rum started the show. That's right. Okay, go ahead.
So since Rum's out of town
we
for
have a very special
3
guest
weeks.
Host. Yeah, about 3 weeks.
Introduce yourself, so.
Yeah, go ahead. What's your name?
Hi, I'm Hunter. If you're familiar with Adam and you followed him on over, we're co-hosts of the Grim Grinning Host Podcast.
You've technically been on the show once before.
Technically, and what was that, the Thanksgiving episode?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I wasn't involved in that episode.
That's
it was just the two of us,
busy.
if I remember.
Yeah. I was a little busy for that episode.
I think you were in Slido.
Something like that. I don't even fucking remember. That's okay, though. I'm here now, and so are you, Mr. Hunter.
Oh, well, it's a pleasure to be a part.
Yes.
I have no idea what I'm getting myself into.
Oh, no, it's okay. It's kind of like when you go into those porn rooms and you see all the sticky stuff. You don't want to know what it is.
Well, you kind of
But you kind of know what it is already.
You kind of know.
I kind of knew when I filled out the job application.
Right, you know?
Yeah, it's just, it's a work hazard.
He had a little bit of figuring out like how terrible an idea it was to ask me to be on a podcast with him the other day because somehow or another it like child molestation came up on Grim Grinning Host, and I really ran with it.
Boy, I bet you had a hard time editing that shit.
Because this was our song clip episode. So that episode we talked about our top 5 favorite Disney songs. I already had my work cut out for me because I was inserting clips just so the listeners had an idea of what they were getting into song-wise. Right. And then this asshole adds on another 90 minutes of editing work.
That's an exaggeration because it was all like one chunk.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it was a solid 20 minutes or so I had to cut out at the end of the show.
Nice. I got to the point where I'm just like, whatever. I'm like, whatever. We're just going to leave it in. I'm okay with it now.
Yeah, the podcast, it's funny because it originally started off of, hey, this is going to be totally different from anything else that we've done as far as the podcasts are concerned. Sure, we can swear on this one, which is very different from my home podcast with UUOP. But little did I know that at the time I wanted to maintain some sort of professionalism, and then it was too late. Adam was already on board. He was on the cover art, and we just can't let him go at this point.
I mean,
It's kind of like the employee that's got the blackmail on you, you know?
Right. Oh, I completely know.
I actually, I told Hunter about what happened with Monica. When we got that print made.
Yeah.
And then the bitch left you.
Right.
We wasn't 3 days later or some shit like that.
It was pretty close to that, yeah.
And I just remember thinking this is all horrible, and I'm really pissed at her for many logical reasons, but also, hey, couldn't you just have done that
after?
Yeah,
before we got the
a month
done,
earlier, you knew you were cheating on him then. What?
Right.
Sorry, Patrick. Like we're not gonna go. We're not gonna go into
details. Sorry, dude.
Hunter, the woman that I'm discussing, her brother is a big fan of the show, and actually
and he does our music sometimes. So.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, hey, brother, you're cool, I guess.
He is.
Yeah. Oh, he's awesome.
He's a good
awesome
guy.
guy.
But yeah, so with that in mind, when I got the cover art done for Grim Grinning Host by our good friend of the show, and actually he's guest of the show, Travis Email, I said, hey man, can you put all of our heads in layers in case something happens and somebody drops out?
That's a good idea.
So if
in
Hunter
case
really
fucking Travis doesn't show up for 3 weeks in a row,
or in case he got enough of Adam's cock, balls, and dick jokes, or anal rape children, whatever he says, It
wasn't rape. I mean, she was 16, but she was willing.
Is this like a Winger song?
Pretty close.
16 and willing, baby. 16 and willing,
You ever think about those guys who wrote those songs at that time, and then they go back now, and they're still playing shows? Like, there's a fucking song that Kiss does where he talks about a 16-year-old, and it's Gene Simmons, who's like 90. Mm-hmm. Do you think he feels weird singing that, or does he still have those thoughts about fucking a 16-year-old?
I think a lot of those guys, when you're that famous, where people treat you like you're even though Kiss is its heydays behind it, let's not pretend that Gene Simmons doesn't still get treated like
he's music royalty. Yeah,
I think the problem is, like, when you treat somebody like that for long enough, I think they probably, many of them, not all of them, but I'm sure many of them do really fucked up shit, because who's gonna? I mean, look at Cosby. Like,
hey, dude, he didn't do nothing.
The reason Cosby got away with all that is because it's fucking Bill Cosby. Like, who's going to tell Bill Cosby no?
It's literally fucking Bill Cosby.
Yeah, right. Yeah. No, there's no proof he fucked him.
Technically, it's pussy.
They were sleeping. They were sleeping. They can't prove shit.
Who among us hasn't?
Michael Jackson defense.
Exactly.
Who among us hasn't licked a sleeping
Adam, why
person?
are you on?
It doesn't matter.
What?
I was checking it to see if Hunter was online.
Oh, it was just weird.
I don't know why it just popped up.
I was like, all of a sudden, Adam popped up. Hey, here, I'm online. No, you're not. You're right next to me.
It usually says I'm online all the time.
God damn it. Somebody else is sneaking in and using your account.
Actually, one of our...
You should go in the car and just use your phone.
Oh, Jesus. One of our Grim Grinning Host co-hosts, I'm not going to name names, but has to step away for a little bit because he's got some family issues.
Right.
And I was telling Hunter the other day, like, just thinking about how I am at this point, like, because I've been doing this for 5 years now.
Yeah,
you've been doing it almost as long, about four and a half, roughly.
Yeah, something like that.
And
talking about podcast tenure.
Sorry, my phone just went off. It's some telemarketer or some shit. I'm sorry, Hunter.
Actually, put them on the phone right now.
No, it's probably a bill collector or something. What did you say, Hunter?
He said podcasting. I said yeah.
Yeah. About 5 years now, and like the last thing that I would do if I had a situation is walk away from it, just because I'm so used to, like, this is where this is why I don't actually need to go to therapy. It's like almost everything that's wrong with my life, that at least the stuff that I can talk about that doesn't involve other people.
Listen, guys, this is why 98% of you are still alive. That's all I gotta say.
Are you suggesting that I would lose my mind and, like, kill people?
I was talking about me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, you too.
Could have gone either way with that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think either one of us would actually take anyone's lives, but if I got pushed to this point, maybe.
I don't know.
What about you?
And
Hunter?
it's funny because I was actually talking about this with a good friend of mine, where I guess if we're going to get a little bit deep with it, but I was talking to a good friend about growing up. I came from the type of family where, okay, I was a mostly good kid. Let's say I did 9 out of 10 things right, but one of those things with something that my parents or close relatives would stick on. I never got really major positive reinforcement. And podcasting, for me, it's still kind of a surprise when someone comes out and they're like, oh, wow, I'm really enjoying what they're doing, just because I never grew up with that. So in a way, that's kind of, podcasting is where a lot of my self-confidence comes from. So I kind of get what you're saying there.
Interesting.
That's cool. A lot of mine comes from stage performing, because I was in a band for years. So I did a lot of standing in front of a lot of people, acting a complete asshole. So that's where that's
or
why I continue.
Or just showing them your asshole.
That too. I known to take my clothes off several times on stage.
Hunter's actually a musician as well.
Oh, awesome.
More so casually. I mean, every band I've played with has fallen apart, but
well, technically, so
it's because I'm a
Lane's.
diva.
Yeah, I mean,
I've
only
only carried my generation.
I was in a band for about 13 years, and then we stopped, and then now I'm started a new one. So we'll see where that goes.
Do you miss it at all?
Yes.
Do you miss after 13 years of effort?
Yes, dude, I do. I miss being on that stage, man. It was pretty fun.
Yeah, definitely.
What about you? You too?
Well, more so, I mean, my sorts of things were always just getting together at friends' houses and playing for groups of friends. It was never more so like a stage type thing, just because I was never really, I guess this kind of goes back into it, because I didn't pick up my first guitar until very late in the game. I mean, I was 13 when I picked up my first guitar. So it was just different. I mean, a lot of it was, once again, just playing with friends, nothing major, but still a good time. I've still got some, like shitty iPod recordings that I just recorded, and they're fun to go back and visit. But now, so music is more of a stress reliever. I'll sit down, I'll just play with the guitar and pluck at a couple things or write my own stuff.
Oh, that's cool. That's awesome. Yeah. I don't know. I've always dug the live performance stuff over writing. Like writing and recording is cool. But when you sit down in a recording studio and you have to fucking sing and scream for 6 hours and you only get one song done, it fucking sucks. And it's tedious.
And that's part of the problem, and kind of why it's not necessarily that I had a major falling out with bands or anything like that. It's just I am such a perfectionist when it comes to that sort of thing. If I get fret buzz in the recording, or if I get anything minor like that, I'll have to go back and completely redo it.
Yeah.
So I always said, like, one of my favorite bands, and still to this day, but especially growing up, is a band called Say Anything, which Say Anything is pretty much just a one-man project. He does all the instruments, except when he started off, he had another guy do the drums. I always said if I was going to get back into the music thing, I would have to do that. I would have to record absolutely everything myself to be fully satisfied in the product.
That's a good way to kill yourself.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, well, what's fun about Say Anything, or not really fun, but it's kind of sad, he was manic, depressive, alcoholic, and he ended up just having to check himself into like a mental psych ward after the recording of his first album because he thought aliens were coming after him, or something really strange like that. So
he could be
not
right.
always a good story. It's just maybe that's why I never pursued it so much.
Because you're afraid of the aliens.
You think aliens are going to get you? You're afraid of getting anal probed?
Absolutely.
Nice.
You ever heard that Blink-182 song?
No.
The aliens are coming to get you? No, I'm not afraid of that.
I don't know, man.
I picked up my first guitar when I was about 18, and I put it back down immediately.
I was given a guitar when I was 10, I think, for my 10th birthday or 10th Christmas. That's when I got it. Yeah.
Well, your dad was a musician as well.
Yeah, he played music too. Yeah, he played. Actually, his bands would practice in the living room while I was like crawling around. I was 5 years old, and when I had my first joint passed to me, and I had to pass it around to his friends. My mom would always bitch, "Stop passing my son."
But funny
the
enough,
joint."
you're not a weed smoker.
No, and I think honestly, I think the reason why I'm not a weed smoker is because it was so readily available to me that the stigma of it being a not just a bad thing, but like oh, it's taboo, don't do it, that kind of stuff.
Right.
It didn't interest me. I was like, if I really wanted it, I could have go in the backyard and pick a leaf off or whatever. That my dad grew it in the backyard, for crying out loud, So it was kind of like everybody's like, you should smoke. Your dad will smoke you out. I was like, no, I don't care.
I told you why I don't drink, right? When I was I can never remember what age I was, but I was probably like 7 or 8. But there was still a regular Nintendo at this point.
Nice. So you were like
and actually
42.
I think there was still you're 42. Happy birthday, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Happy birthday.
Oh, thanks, man. Thanks.
You know what? Mike Tyson's Punch Out. It was still Mike Tyson.
Nice.
That's
awesome. Yeah.
So
this would have been 85, 86.
Roughly around then.
Yeah.
Because I was like probably 10 or 12 when I
so
came.
I might have been like 7.
Well, NES was October 18th, 85. So
okay.
All right.
So close to 87, 88, but whatever. But my cousin Chris, it was just like me and my cousins, and my cousin Chris thought it was funny to go. Basically, he poured a rock glass full of like hard liquor. I don't know what it was, probably like Jack Daniels or something. And he went up to his sister's boyfriend and was like, "Hey Frank, you want some of this Coke, And Frank was like, "Get the fuck out of here," But I was like, "I want it," So I took it and I just downed the whole thing.
Holy shit!
And I remember distinctly like jumping up on my grandmother's counter and like basically filleting the faucet. Like,
all right, so you fucked the faucet.
No.
Oh, you sucked it. Yeah, you sucked it off. Yeah.
No, I didn't stick my dick inside the faucet.
I would have laughed. That would have been more funny.
That story would have taken a really weird turn if that was why.
I don't know. You fucking sucked off a faucet. So I guess maybe the next step would have this faucet.
Was that your sexual awakening, Adam?
That was his first time.
No, that was when that dude molested me at the age of 12.
Yeah. You heard it. He's like, jeez.
Truth hurts.
Yeah, it does.
Especially when you get molested. But no, it's just like I never developed a taste for alcohol after that. I mean, you know me, I'll drink one to be sociable, but
right.
You developed a taste for the fucking faucet. That's why.
Yeah.
Funny enough, no. In fact, like maybe that's why I'm obese is because like I never developed a taste for water either. I hate the taste of water. Maybe because I sucked off a faucet at some point.
I guess so. You don't like to swallow. You just wanted to blast in your face?
Are you proud of yourself for that?
I'm very proud of myself for that one. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I just see Adam going to a water park and cringing the whole time. It's getting a little too close.
No, that's everybody else around him.
No. No, maybe that was my sexual awakening, going to a water park, getting in touch with what the faucet did to me.
That could be it, dude. That really, in all honesty.
I think I believe it.
Well, like we said, today is my birthday. I turned 42 today, and Rum actually sent me a message, and I'm going to play this for you guys right here on the phone, and it's going to...
we could just, like, edit it in.
No, I know we could just edit it in, but I think it'd be funnier.
What the fuck would you have to say?
Because I would like... We can edit it in after, but I'd like our guest host here to hear this madness. All right, here we go. This is Rum singing Happy Birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Mr. M. Huggs. Happy birthday to you. And many more.
All right, that was the Row Guy wishing me a happy birthday on his vacation.
So, Adam, you know what this means. We had Craig Lucas do an introduction. Now we got to get your buddy Rum on.
I'd love to get Rum on. The problem with Rum is that his job, like, there's times when he can't even record with us.
Yeah. He's
last minute we'll find
fractious.
out. Because his job, he's like an all-purpose maintenance man. And because he's competent, oftentimes he'll get called in like last minute in the middle of the night.
All hours of the day and night.
Like he works in an old folks home, and sometimes the old people will be on fire. And,
literally on fire.
Or flooding.
He's burned himself.
There was a flood one time as well.
Yeah, they had a broken pipe and everybody flooded out.
It seems like they're trying to kill.
You
these
should
old
show
people.
up someday and just be like, "Hey, old people, I see you're on fire. Let me show you how to use a faucet."
There you go. You're right. Full circle. Good job.
I don't know. I've met old women. I'm pretty sure they know how to use that faucet.
They know how to suck off a faucet too. I got you.
It's better when there's no teeth.
Yeah.
I do love a good gummy. I'm just kidding. No old ones.
Bears or what's your favorite
gummy bears bouncing here and there and everywhere.
Oh yeah.
High adventures from beyond compare. They are the gummy bears.
That was a great cartoon.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that.
Do you think the reason you remember that so fondly is because that's around the same age of when you sucked off a faucet?
Probably.
Man, Hunter's taking out all that frustration.
All that rape cast that you did the other day.
He's like,
I do think it's funny that Michael Eisner was like one of the people involved in creating that show, but
was he? I didn't know it was that long ago. Was it? Oh yeah, I guess it would have been
85, man. Same year as the NES.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, dude. I just want to know one thing. Why do you know these dates?
college program? I don't know.
Just
Possibly.
curious.
It's more so I can't retain anything useful. I will remember something.
That show's older than you are.
What was that?
That show's older than you are.
Yeah, it is.
Really?
It aired on, I think it was NBC first, and then it moved over to ABC before it was canceled.
So are you the old guy on the show, Ro?
Yeah.
You?
I told you that, yeah.
No, yeah, that's right. All right,
By quite a bit. The oldest person underneath me is, I think, 31 or 32.
Nice.
How old
nice.
is Travis?
30, yeah, you're in that general vicinity. I think he's 31.
Okay.
Which I never, if you see Travis looks like he's at the most 26.
That's because he's got an Alan Moore beard. He's got like.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
At any moment, it's gonna like branch out and strangle you all.
Like birds fly out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right.
I
Gotcha.
always imagine if Travis's beard came to life, it'd be like that tree scene from Evil Dead.
I was thinking from what's the other one? Oh shit, the Poltergeist, the trees.
Oh, okay. Good pull as well.
Yeah.
I have a question. Why aren't you using your regular mic?
No reason. I just don't feel like bending over.
Oh, okay. All right. I was just like, I was sitting there the whole time. I'm like, something's
No,
different.
I just don't feel like bending over because this one doesn't have the stand on it, so it's easier to just use
Right
this.
on.
It's more fun
Yeah.
to sling my stand back and forth. Yeah.
What?
I don't fucking know, dude. I'm just, just go suck off a fountain.
You know,
That's gonna be the name of this episode: Hunter and the fountain, the faucet sucker.
I don't think Hunter would appreciate that. First of all,
Why? He's battling the faucet sucker.
You could do Hunter versus the faucet sucker.
Yes, I could, but I think it's more fun.
Yeah.
no, we can
Hunting the
This doesn't need to be a
faucet
thing.
sucker.
This doesn't need to be a thing. I already almost regret Dick Brother number one.
I don't know. Dick
It
Brother.
has taken off. Like Adam, I think on the last episode you said Dick Brothers touching dicks across America. I have no shit gotten at least 3 requests to get that printed on a T-shirt in the American Adventure font.
They were talking about like their legacy. And Hunter, what did you say you wanted to do?
No, Brad made some smart ass comment. He was like, I was like, American Adventure is a great tribute to American innovators and stuff. He's like, eventually podcasts will be in there. And then you came in with something about the American Adventure.
Yeah, I think you both said like what your contribution. I don't know, but I said my contribution would be like I'm gonna do dicks across America, like
I just
across America, but people touching dicks.
I just want to say that this is the second podcast that I've heard that Adam wants to touch dicks with men, because he said he was going to touch dicks with someone on our show, which is Kevin. You were telling him you guys were going to dock.
No, I've never the docking thing. First of all, I didn't even know what docking was until Kyle told us about it.
Yeah,
Hunter, do you know what docking is?
Yeah, it's when you pull up a boat into port. It's really cool.
No,
it would be great if that's
that
what
was
it
as
still
simple
was.
as it was. No,
I'm looking it up. Dock. Tie up at a dock, especially in order to load or unload passengers or cargo. But in this phrase, I believe you're putting 2 penises inside of each other.
Yeah.
correct. Yeah, there's that, and then
I did not know that existed.
And then they also taught us about fingering your pee hole. That was a weird one too.
Yeah,
I forget what that was called.
This whole website's like dedicated to that shit.
Oh, wait, here I can use it in a sentence. David and Patrick enjoyed docking immensely because of Patty's stretchy foreskin.
Beautiful.
Urban Dictionary is there for you, my friends.
That is pretty awesome. You should find out what fingering a pee hole is called. I forgot what that was called.
No, the Dick Brother number one thing actually came not from Tim Laddie, but about a year ago he was going to meet a famous comic book artist at a convention, and he said, I don't really know. I don't know what I'm going to say to him. And I said, well, knowing Laddie, how obsessed he is with his dick.
Right.
I said,
he's the only one anyway.
I said, yeah. I said, I'll tell you what you do. Just walk up to him and just say, hi, Mr. Campbell. I'm a big fan of your work. Let's be dick brothers.
Nice.
Let's touch dicks. And
I think you
he
honestly
apparently didn't do it.
I think honestly you should start
did ask.
every conversation like that.
Listen, no, only special people get to
No.
touch dicks.
I really think you should do like when
Do you want to touch dicks later?
No, I don't. But
It's not gay. It's like clinking the glasses.
no,
Like,
dude, it's pretty gay.
it's not gay.
It's a little gay, Adam.
I'm just gonna say it's just
Maybe
a
I'm
little.
just so masculine that like
that you want to touch other man's dicks.
So
Yeah.
comfortable in your own masculinity.
Yeah.
exactly. But anyway, but the Dick Brother #1 thing is apparently really taken off. I get I haven't gotten any emails like Hunter has, but I do get like tweets about it.
Oh no, let's not let there be any misconception. Nobody fucking emails us. The last email I got was when Craig submitted his singing.
Oh,
But
okay.
the Twitter reaction has been pretty good and just personal text messaging.
Oh, okay. I got
That's
you.
cool. That's cool.
No, it's it's been more like it might replace Cuddle Bear, unfortunately.
Let's hope not, because I am not gonna make a meme that says something about Dick Brother.
I don't need you to make a Cuddle Bear meme either.
Well, there are plenty of Cuddle Bear memes already.
Yeah, we don't need any more.
Yeah.
Cuddle Bear's dead.
Cuddle Bear is not dead. I'll bring that shit back.
That bitch killed it.
I'll push shit out as much as possible.
She killed it in me.
Oh,
I don't
man.
cuddle anymore.
That's terrible.
Oh man. So
Hunter,
Yes.
do you hear his sadness in himself? That he,
I mean, I get to deal with it at this point once a week.
isn't it horrible?
I kind of feel for the guy, but at the same time, I'm like, you brought it on yourself.
See, I try to comfort him, but
you know what?
He just
I'm
wants to
just gonna
touch
start my
dicks.
own. I'm just gonna start my own podcast from now on. I'm just gonna be Dick Brother #1 podcast.
cuddle myself, bitch. That's gonna be the
right.
first name.
I can, I mean, I don't have the talent that Rum has to do different voices at the same time, but
Yeah,
You
true.
Wayne, I shit you not. Adam on one of these podcasts as a joke, he was like, when this whole Dick Brothers thing started, he posted, or he said something on the podcast. He's like, first person to write a review that says Dick Brother #1 in the title, we'll send you a t-shirt or something. Less than 24 hours, I check iTunes, and will you guess what the title of the review was?
That's great.
did I promise them a T-shirt?
Yeah, you said something about, we'll get it printed on a t-shirt for you.
Oh fuck, we're in trouble.
We are, because then we got to print a whole run. Maybe we'll make them limited edition. We'll do a KISS thing. We'll sign them. We'll donate the proceeds to ourselves because we're selfish, like KISS.
Of course. That's the only way you can do it.
Well, fuck it, why not? I'd wear a Dick Brother #1 T-shirt.
Well, that's great. I'm glad to hear that because he's actually promised a lot of things on our show, and thank God no one's ever said something about it because one of them was for him to dance like, what was it? Dress like Britney Spears and dance to the video.
No. Let's get something straight. Y'all came up with that.
Oh no! You
Check
said
the
you
tape.
would. You
Check
said
the
you
tape.
would do it, and I was like, okay, I'll fucking say it.
Check
then.
the tape.
No,
Oh,
Wayne,
wait.
he's actually got me involved in this because the other day, our buddy Kenny, he was having a shit night. Earlier in the day, I tweeted out something. It was like, why can't I remember anything important, but I remember every lyric to Got Your Money by Old Dirty Bastard.
Nice.
So I sent this video to Kenny of me playing Got Your Money on an acoustic guitar and sent it to Kenny. And then the next morning, I wake up and Adam's tweeted out, if we get enough of a following, Hunter will perform Shimmy Shimmy Yeah live at our first podcast, Beat and Great. I'm like, oh, fuck.
Yeah. Wait, to be fair, using your own words, you brought that on yourself.
I guess so.
Come on, you better start practicing. Shimmy, shimmy, y'all, shimmy, yeah, shimmy, yay.
Oh, baby,
Give me the
I like
mic
it
so
raw.
I can take it away.
Dude,
I'll do the I like it raw if it helps.
because you do like it raw.
I do.
Poor faucet.
Poor penis. It chafes. You can only do a fuck. What is the name of that movie? Porky's. You can only do a Porky's once.
Yeah, that's true.
That talk about a movie that shaped me sexually. I can't tell you how big a glory hole fantasy I have.
Dude, I tell you what. Actually, me and my boss were talking about that fucking movie yesterday. Where that movie came out in like '85.
I thought it was earlier than that.
It's 85.
Porky's was 81.
Was it 81?
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe
the only
Porky's
reason I
too.
remember that is Porky's had apparently one of the shittiest video games of all time, which came out in 83 for the Atari.
Yeah, I do remember the video game. Yeah.
Did somebody on an Atari game get jerked off by an obese woman?
No.
There's kind of poorly. It's almost like Custer's Revenge, just really shitty pixelated naked women.
Yeah. Yeah.
I knew there was a reason I liked the Atari.
But yeah, I
Like
do.
your tits blocky.
I actually looked up those guys, and those dudes are in there like the youngest guy. What was his name? Pee Wee. He's like 65.
Kim Cattrall was like 19 when.
Yeah. She was in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot she was in that movie, dude. I was like, wow. Fuck.
I don't think she reminds people of that.
If she was ever at a con, that'd be the first thing I brought. Hey, you were in Porky's.
That would be.
You were fucking. Come on, howl for me. Come on, Lassie.
It would be almost as bad as the time that I went up to Gates McFadden.
Oh yeah, and told you like to jerk off to her.
I didn't tell her I wanted to jerk off to her. I just reminded her that she was in Dream On.
Yeah, and you jerked off to her.
And there was a silent realization that we were both thinking about her getting fucked.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, I really liked you in this show where you got fucking ass handled.
It was probably. I wore out that VHS. I'll tell you.
Man, that was some good shit right there.
It was probably only like a quarter of a second silence, but it was one of those moments that was like just felt like it dragged on.
You were like, walk away.
You should have pulled out this shitty cum stained VHS cassette. Said, please sign this.
It really probably seemed like desperate and fucked up because I remembered more about that appearance than she did because she was telling me like, yeah, that was what got me Star Trek Next Generation. And I was like, no, you did that afterwards. And she was like, yeah, you're right. And I was like, why do I know that and you don't?
Yeah.
Oh,
good
man.
job, Adam. Good job.
Yeah.
Way to make the ladies feel good about themselves.
I have the best interaction with celebrities.
Or just women in general.
Have I made like I've had like 4 or 5 interactions with female celebrities and it never goes quite well.
I noticed that.
Yeah.
I really do.
But they're all good stories.
They are good stories. I just think that, maybe you just like men better. Like to talk to them better.
Wayne, let's make podcast history and let's just explore that right now.
No, let's not explore any.
When a man loves a Wayne,
please
he touches his titty.
Please don't rub me. Get the fuck off me.
While you guys do that, can I please play the baseball pitch scenario from Paradise by the Dashboard Light?
Oh, yeah.
Just over the top of it.
Please. And, when you're done, you can do the old Dirty Bastard song, too.
Okay. We'll just make it happen.
No, the ODB thing does have to happen, though. Sorry.
All right.
It doesn't have to happen.
Don't
force him into some shit you don't want to do. Don't let him talk you into anything.
What?
I'm a good sport.
That's like him talking you into anal. Come on.
According to you, it wouldn't be that difficult.
To talk him into anal? I don't know him.
No.
To talk you into anal, it probably wouldn't be too difficult.
I thought you meant. No. Well, it doesn't matter. Anyway, my point
That's
is
one monorail you were not going to pursue, Adam.
Right into the tunnel, son.
No, I think that's good. Like, because I really do want to do a live show in Orlando, and like the more people share it, and like I'll promise I'll do something fucked up on stage if it'll get people to listen to the show enough.
Sorry, Hunter.
It's okay. We can.
I'm not talking about pulling my dick out. I'm I'm not going to do that. But
I'm just going to book some obscure '80s film celebrity and just have Adam jack off right there.
That'll be all right. I'm sure he'd love that.
Obscure? How dare you? This is Beverly Crusher we're talking about. Although there is that obscure '80s celebrity from ski school that
that we're trying to get to go to Texas Frightmare again this year.
If she's there, I kind of have to go. Are you joking?
No. I'm
if she's there, I legitimately have to go.
I know.
Hunter, this is all before your time, but you seem to be doing pretty well with that. Have you ever seen the movie Ski School starring Dean Cameron?
I can't afraid. Wait, what? No, I have not.
Okay, it is a classic.
It's terrible.
It's awesome,
but it's a good film. It's terrible, but it's good.
It's like a classic. In the 80s, they used to have like the ski version of surfer movies. So Ski School was one, and there was like Ski Patrol and like a bunch of other ones.
A bunch of shit.
But basically, it was like, like there's the party dudes who like rule the mountain, and then there's the stiff, rich white guys that are trying to keep them down, you know?
Yeah, like every fucking 80s movie.
I just typed this in. I think I know why you would have rented this one just looking at the cover art.
Pretty much.
That's pretty much it. But there's I can't think of her name at the moment, and this is legitimately a person I shouldn't necessarily remember offhand, but do you remember?
Well, I mean, you begged the guy who runs the show to get him.
Yeah, I remembered it at the time. I just don't remember it right now. But
so we'll see.
But there's an actress in it who removes her top but doesn't show anything, and she did show her goodies in other, like, in some horror movies.
How old is she about now? What do you think? She's probably in her 50s.
She's probably in her 50s.
Yeah, okay. Well,
I'd still give him a look.
Are we talking about Darlene Vogel by any chance?
No.
Okay.
No, it's a different woman, but I think that's the blonde.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Back to the Future 2?
Yes.
She was in Back to the Future too?
The blonde was.
What was she in Back to the Future too?
She was also in Back to the Future The Ride.
What?
She played Spike in Back to the Future 2.
Mm-hmm. She was one of Biff's cohorts.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Completely serious.
The fuck?
What the fuck, Robert Zemeckis?
I just
want
wanna
to
say-
write this man an apology letter.
I just want to say mind blown.
Oh my god! I suddenly have a reason to watch Back to the Future movies. I'm just kidding. I actually like those movies. No, well, this woman, she's got actually a male name, but I can't think of it. But
Charlie Spaulding.
there you go,
That's her.
Charlie Spradling. So
That's the lady.
thank you for actually using Google. We don't do that on the show usually.
Now we just wing it.
We,
We're like,
prefer
fuck it.
just to like look at each other awkwardly and be like, "What was it? I don't know."
You
Can't
gotta
remember.
keep in mind, I've done Real Fans so many times. I've always got IMDb open.
There you go.
It's just a force of habit. She was in Puppet Master 2, To Sleep with a Vampire, and The Doors.
Oh, she was in The Doors. That's pretty cool.
She was CBS girl backstage. Big
Holy
big role
shit,
for
that's
her.
a big role.
But she did some horror movies, and she was at Texas Frightmare, which is like one of the big horror conventions in the country. And so I kind of begged I begged the head guy, Lloyd Cryer.
The guy who owns he is Frightmare basically.
Yeah, I was like, "Hey, can you get Charlie Spradling?" And he's like, "We've had her before. She lives in town." And I was like, "We'll have her again so I can show up." And then have another awkward interaction with a woman that I've seen naked on television.
I've seen your tits.
Oh man.
Well, what's her name's gonna be there this year? Pie fucker's girl from fucking American.
Tara Reid.
No.
Oh. Allison Hannigan.
No. The foreign exchange student chick. What was her name?
Oh, Shannon
Elizabeth. Yeah.
Shannon Elizabeth. Yeah.
Yeah, she's
Did you
gonna
hear
be there this
Shannon
year.
Doherty's dying? Apparently.
Yeah, she's really sick.
That sucks.
That's what you get for being a bitch.
Jesus, dude. Especially coming from somebody who's had family members that died of cancer.
I know, man. I know. That's a shitty thing to say, but I just.
Isn't she like 45? She's super young.
No, she's.
I thought you were going to say,
that.
isn't she 45? Like, yeah, it's her time.
I was like, fuck you, dude. That's what, 3 years away from me, you asshole.
Time to go.
No,
No, she was born in 71. She's 45.
wow, really? Damn. That's terrible. I feel bad for her.
Yeah.
Even though I just said that as a joke.
Yeah, no, we know it's a joke. It's a terrible way to go.
It is. It's fucking horrible.
Especially like dealing with like the cancer treatment and shit. That's the worst part.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's done Frightmare in the past.
Yeah, she has.
Not too long ago, I think.
No, I think like the year before we went, the first time.
Okay. The year before you found out that your son was going to be born.
Yep. And then, oh god, who was Tara Reid was there that year? Yeah, she looked terrible.
And to be fair to me, I'm not the only one who asked. Like didn't Rum want something awkward from her that involved
Yeah, he
her
wanted
being
something
naked?
really weird, like from Tara Reid. He wanted some kind of like.
You know what? You know what it was? It was a reference to Josie and the Pussycats. I
Yeah.
don't remember what it was. Maybe it was like a hairbrush or something like that.
Some shit. I don't fucking.
I think he
know.
wanted a hairbrush sign or something like that. I like that movie. It's actually a pretty good movie.
Never seen it.
Josie and the Pussycats makes essentially is one of the first like remake movies that pokes fun at remakes movies and stuff like that, and like it's all like
Isn't it like what Jim and the Hologram should have been?
Probably.
You know?
It's
Except Jim was overly serious for no apparent reason.
Yeah, I didn't see that movie, but I heard it was like way over the top.
I didn't see it
serious.
either. From what I could
Adam,
tell,
you're kind of forgetting we did have the Flintstones prior to that. I think that was 95.
yeah, but this made fun of like it sort of lampooned commercialism in general.
Yeah,
Like the whole thing was sort of centered around that.
that's cool.
I didn't realize. Yeah, I guess Flintstones would have came out first.
Yeah,
Oh,
Flintstones
yeah.
was 94 actually.
Okay, but yeah, no, it was a good movie. It had a good soundtrack.
That's cool. I've never watched it. I've always caught like bits and pieces of it on TV. It looks fun, but I just never watched it.
That's what it is. It's fun, and like y'all said, like that's what Jim and the Holograms was like. Like it was weird that they were like, hey, let's resurrect this and like make it like a millennial
Bullshit.
thing, you know? And it's like,
It needs to be loud colors and retardedness. That's what it needed to be. And what happened?
did they even have the Misfits in it?
No. If they should have had the actual Misfits in it with like Glenn Danzig beating the shit out of them. That would have been fucking hysterical.
The problem is Glenn Danzig is actually shorter than any of the actresses they have cast in the film.
That's so true. That's so true. He's such a midget.
You know, in the late 90s when you know, like comic book movies weren't a thing yet because Blade hadn't come around.
Right.
But there were a lot of like rumors that Glenn Danzig was going to play Wolverine.
Yeah, I know. And actually, back then, he would have been an all right person to play him because
Partially because he's short enough.
He was short. He had the mutton chops, and he was kind of like this burly little dude. You know, I would not have.
He would have made love to Jean Grey singing "Mother, tell Cyclops not to listen at the door. Wolverine's gonna make you his little whore."
Yeah, because Blade was
Mother.
98, X-Men was 2000, if I remember correctly, right?
I think X-Men was like 01. I'm not sure.
I don't remember.
No, wait. Spider-Man was 2002 because I was in my college program when it came out.
That's
So,
right.
Might have been 2001. It was one of the two, whatever. Good enough.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I told you a little bit ago, I finally got to watch Civil War.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty
You're
good.
like,
No, it was good. It was a good movie. I just you guys were like, yeah, it's so fucking brilliant. I'm like,
I don't think I
all
said
right.
any of that. No, it's the problem with it is it's very slow paced and it's a long movie.
Yeah, it is a fucking long movie.
But once you get to the part, well, basically the battle scene is what it's all worth.
Right, yeah.
No, actually, it's when Spider-Man shows up. That's when it comes.
It picked
alive.
up. It was fun then. Yeah. I mean, I enjoyed it. I liked the storyline. I thought it was good. I just, you know,
It's a weird thing that like pretty much everyone agrees that the best parts of Civil War were Spider-Man and Ant-Man, who were side
Correct.
characters in the movie, who really. You can tell they were both just added in just because they were like, you know, like we need to sell Spider-Man because
their
people
new
are coming down
properties.
on it.
Yeah, their new properties. Let's get them going. Yeah. I mean, Black Panther was okay. Thought he was cool.
Oh yeah, I really liked Chadwick Boseman.
And you know what? Spider-Man and Ant-Man were basically the comic relief of that film. Mm-hmm. That's all it was. That's why people.
But they
remember
needed
the
it
most.
because that's a heavy film.
It's a pretty heavy film. Yeah.
It is a heavy film, but I mean, especially in comparison to some of the other comic book movies we've gotten lately, Marvel still has a formula where compare it beside something, you know, obviously like your Batman v Superman, it doesn't reach anywhere near the dour level that Civil War, or excuse me, that BVS gets into.
Yeah, well, you know, funny enough, like I'd forgotten about this, but you know, my doppelganger, The Rock.
Jesus Christ.
You know, he did a statement that I look like The Rock gave up. You know,
No,
I think
dude.
that's a fair description of me.
No, you look like if The Rock was partially aborted. Okay, that's what you look like.
You know, sometimes you say things that are really hurtful.
That time it wasn't. Go
know.
ahead.
Adam, you should just start. You do all these conventions. You should just start cosplaying as Maui every single time. Just completely go all out. Get the real tattoos.
You know what? That's
you know
funny.
What? You know
That's
what,
pretty
Hunter,
good.
Mister, we're gonna get you down to 350 pounds. This motherfucker said that shit to me once. He was
Did he
like,
really?
Yeah, I don't know what we're talking about. He was like, you know, it's cool. We're gonna get you down to 350 pounds. I was like, fuck you.
Hunter.
How dare you?
Hunter.
Yes.
What do you weigh?
Me?
Yes, you.
I tend to fluctuate. I'm anywhere between 250 and 265.
He's also taller than us.
Oh, okay. Well, how tall are you?
I'm 6'3".
Oh, all right. So you're a bit taller than we are.
I'm a little bit. I'm just
a bit.
very broad.
Just
I mean, I'm not going to
just
pretend
tiny.
I'm not overweight because I absolutely
A
am.
cunt hair.
It's
taller than us.
But the Rock tweeted out he had just had this meeting with the brass, I guess the movie people at, he said DC Comics, but I assume it was Warner Brothers, but whatever. And he was like, good news, like from now on, had a great meeting. You know, the DC movies are going to be really fun and entertaining and all that. And I was like, dude, they still don't fucking get it. Like, Batman should be dark, Superman should not, Captain Marvel / Shazam should be light. Like, it does, just like, you can't blanket apply tone. The reason that Marvel's successful is because they understand storytelling. It has nothing. It's like Pixar. Pixar does very different movies from year to year.
Yeah, definitely.
But the reason that they're successful is because they understand storytelling. That's it. That's all you got to learn. Like, what are the characters like? Batman's dark. Okay, go make a dark movie. Superman, don't make a dark movie. Like, it's very, very simple.
I agree to an extent, because I think a lot of the Marvel movies have become homogenized into this very paint-by-the-numbers formula. And despite getting a pretty good product with Civil War, that doesn't counteract every Incredible Hulk, every Ant-Man, every single Doctor Strange, everything we've gotten like that up to this point either.
If you're talking about, like, origin stories, yeah, there's only so many ways you can do an origin story, which is why
that's not true, because they've done Spider-Man 65 times. There's plenty of different ways you can do Spider-Man. Obviously, we've seen it. We've seen it.
Really? Because I'm not sure they were that different from origin.
They're not really. Not really. Guess what, kids? Another Spider-Man.
At one point, they said they weren't going to do origin movies anymore, and I guess.
Yeah, well, Feige even came out, if I remember correctly. He's like, "Yeah, we're not interested in doing an origin story for Doctor Strange," and look where that got us.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't see it yet.
You haven't seen Doctor Strange?
No, I haven't watched it yet.
I thought you. Oh, right. You were going to go see it with Kyle, and he balked on you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, Adam and I have talked about it. My biggest disappointment with the MCU is Ant-Man, because, to be quite frank, Edgar Wright is one of my favorite directors currently working. And while you get little hints of that in the final product, I think that movie could have been infinitely something more special if he would have been completed and allowed to work on his vision.
I thought it was a fun movie. It was okay.
I think Paul Rudd is fun. I think as far as plot and the villain is concerned, which are the two areas where Marvel struggles, that's where it really starts to fall apart.
Yeah, I didn't care for the villain either.
Well, Marvel doesn't really do good villains. I mean, you've got Loki, but that's because we were not necessarily force-fed him, but he showed up in everything prior. It's really concerning that Thanos is supposed to show up in the next two movies, and they've built up no character around Thanos.
Yeah.
Well, I mean
you see him,
but it's two movies. You'll get. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, but you're getting two movies. You've got two movies until he's supposed to show up in Infinity War, correct?
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, Infinity War is going to be two movies. The first one will probably be what really introduces him and builds him up.
That would be an origin story.
Not really, because he's been in other movies. And also,
yeah, but no one knows
also, origin stories apply to heroes; they don't apply to villains.
Well, I'm so sorry.
Because when it's a hero,
so villains don't have origins.
They do, but they don't spend the whole movie telling it.
Well, they should.
Or rarely.
They should. Why not?
I thought one of the smartest ways to do any sort of origin story is kind of like if you could do an origin story in the style that Zack Snyder did with Watchmen, and far as like not necessarily flashbacks, but those little scene by scenes. Don't assume your audience is stupid and you've got to lay everything out there for them. Do something quick like that. That way we can actually get into the bulk of the movie.
Yeah, I don't really think a lot of these characters. Doctor Strange probably did need an origin just because it's hard for people to wrap their head around what he's supposed to be.
Not too many people know who Doctor Strange was anyway.
Well, not too many people know who any of those characters are. Iron Man wasn't that famous, like he was, but like there's a lot of people that didn't know much about it
at the time. Arguably a B-list character.
I'd go see.
Hey, don't insult Iron Man.
The only origin story I thought that was really, really well done. I mean, Iron Man's great and all, but I love The First Soldier.
Oh, you talking about Captain America?
Yes.
First Avenger. I got you. Oh, wait. Did you see it? Did you see it in England, by any chance?
No, but
okay.
For some reason I thought that was the actual title.
No, it's The First Avenger.
Okay, that works.
There's always a weird title. It's like the Avengers don't exist yet. That's weird. But yeah, I don't know. I never really like. I've grown to like the first Captain America movie, but like when I first saw it, I was like, oh, this is the weak link.
I definitely think Winter Soldier is the standout as of today.
What? That it's the weak link?
No, I think it's actually the best movie in their lineup currently.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I've watched it once, and it was okay.
It's a good movie. I have problems with it, but it's probably one of their better films.
Like I said, I enjoyed the films. Some of them are just kind of they're all right. They're long as fuck though.
Yeah, well, yeah, they're definitely getting to that point.
It's like
I don't think
2.5 to 3 hour movie.
Ant-Man wasn't too long. I don't think Doctor Strange was that. I think it was almost 2 hours.
Yeah, it's like an hour and 50 minutes or something.
Yeah, but that's about right. That's what most movies are, except for comedies.
Yeah,
like an hour and a half is like the bare minimum. Hour and 18.
Actually, that's a normal movie, about an hour and 18, hour and 20 minutes. But
no, that's the bare minimum. Like an hour and a half to an hour and 45.
No, I'm talking about for normal movies. Like horror movies and comedies are no longer than hour and 20 minutes. It's all these the action movies are the ones that they spend like 45 days filming.
Yeah.
And add 65 million explosions. Yeah.
Well,
and they show no titties, but they threaten to, but then they don't.
You see titties whenever you want. Well, I assume. I don't know.
I can. Yeah.
You know, you could technically go out there and ask her.
Yeah, I know.
She'd probably turn you down at the moment, but
right now, I'm sure she would.
Just watching the kid.
Yeah, she's sitting there. I'm watching this child. I'm not going to show you my titties. Damn it.
I mean, you guys just have to ask. I'm right here.
Can I see your titties?
I've had them out this whole time.
Oh, dude, you're such a tease. God, just like the rum guy.
Let's do our next list show. Biggest titty teases of 2016.
You're tied for second, sir.
I'll be number one.
Oh, okay.
I'll be number one. You'll never see
number
him.
one.
No, that's not true. That's not true. You pull your shirt off.
The chick from Deadpool.
Heartbeat. The chick from Deadpool, the reason you don't see her titties is because she doesn't have any. True.
It doesn't matter.
I mean, she's very beautiful, but yeah.
She'll always be a woman to me. That's not how the song goes. No, but Marina Baccarin.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
She was such a whore on Firefly.
Yeah, I know. She wasn't a slut though. Just a whore.
She's just a whore. And she's pretty good in what is it? Gotham. She's in that show too.
Is she?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. What is she in Gotham?
She is Gordon's love interest that got all fucked up because Gordon killed her husband.
Huh.
Yeah, she's actually the.
I'm trying to think. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think that's her actual baby daddy.
Oh, really?
I think so. I think Ben McKenzie, unless I'm confused. I know Ben McKenzie got together with some actress like that.
Let's get it on.
I don't know. I should probably Google that.
What's going on in Gotham? Like, I saw they got that guy back who might be the Joker, but he's probably not the Joker. Now he's doing like the Joker mask thing that was in Rebirth, if I remember correctly.
Right. Well, spoilers. If you haven't seen it yet, I saw the last episode.
I gave up on Gotham after the first couple episodes. So.
Oh, okay. Well, I watched the last season and the last episode. I'm sorry, of this season, and
that is in fact his wife / the mother of his child.
Oh, okay. Well, no wonder they act good together.
Son of a bitch.
But anyway, he that Joker fella, he was killed last season, and now this season they have some dude who's bringing the dead back, like from some guy who's worked at Arkham, and he's bringing the dead back. So they're gonna bring him back.
Interesting.
I gave that show 2 tries.
Yeah,
and I was like, this is.
I like the show.
I don't know what it is.
I don't know. I like it. It's fun.
It's not even the Batman thing. I just don't think it's a good show.
I hear you. I dig it. I just certain aspects behind it are kind of strange. Like the whole Pee Wee Herman thing was kind of weird.
Oh yeah, he was in that. I forgot.
Yeah, he played Penguin's dad. But I mean, I see it with those two, but no, it was okay.
Adam, you say Pee Wee Herman. All I can hear in my head is Rex from Star Tours.
Wait, have you been to Hollywood Studios, or you definitely never been to Disneyland? I know that much.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Hollywood. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I've ridden the Star Tours thing.
Okay.
Just not as much as everybody else on the show.
No, but it's recognizable. I mean, I don't know which version. You probably went on the original version.
I did both.
Have you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, the lead robot, the main character in the first Star Tours, is pretty obviously Pee Wee Herman.
Oh, really? I had no idea.
If you listen, like he talks just like him.
It's been.
He just doesn't do the. But other than that, it's him.
It'd have been great if he did the.
He doesn't. When he swivels around, he doesn't jizz on the audience.
Poor audience.
The first Disney ride to ever close due to indecent exposure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do people still remember? Again, you're younger than us. Do you? Are you familiar with his incident?
Now keep in mind, this was not to talk shit about you guys, but this is before I was born. That was 91. I was born in 92.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, that's why I asked. I didn't know.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, I have a basic idea, but I don't know. Like,
It was,
obviously, we're going to talk about Pee-wee's Big Adventure, and well, we're not going to talk about it, but you get what I'm saying. Obviously, a lot of people in kind of the 80s have some sort of affection for that movie. Never really anything that I cared to go back and revisit, so I'm not 100% sure, aside from his Star Tours thing, that I can associate him with.
I always liked Big Top Pee Wee more, to be honest with you.
I like all three of the films.
What was the
I know
third
a lot of
one?
people dug his Netflix one last year.
The new one that just came out on Netflix, yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing, it was kind
That's a sequel to Big Adventure, though, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
It's a sequel to whatever. They just all kind of run weird. But yeah, he had this weird, like, I don't remember the guy's name from Magic Mike that was in this, but he had like.
You're talking about Joe Manganiello.
Yeah. They had this weird, like, friendship, like, very
I saw the trailer.
homoerotic kind of thing. They were sitting.
Hey, Joe Manganiello's a good-looking guy. I can't blame him.
They were sitting in a doghouse together, like real close, and they were talking about sucking on root beer barrels, the little candy, and they would put one, like Manganiello, whatever his name is, put one in Pee Wee's mouth. It was
why did you actually go to put it in my mouth?
Because I was just showing you what he did. Yeah.
Thank God we don't cut things out of this show. And
yeah.
So is that going to impact the way you view him when he shows up as Deathstroke later on this year?
No.
Okay.
No.
I was hoping not, but
no, I could care less. I just thought it was a really funny part.
no,
He was all like, "What's up, Magic Mike? Give me some of that penis."
Jesus. I guess he's done away with the doing child-friendly movies.
He didn't actually say that.
I get it, but still.
No, they were
It
It was still child friendly. It was.
Okay.
It
sounds fairly graphic.
It was just a
Maybe you're reading a lot more into it than was there.
It was very homosexual overtones.
Well, what isn't?
True.
I mean, look at the show.
Rambo.
Yeah.
Definitely not.
Naked man jumping into a pile of Asian men.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not semi-naked. He was semi-naked.
Yeah. He probably had a semi too.
With a bandana.
Yeah.
Speaking of bandanas.
just a second ago, you just said Paul Rubens is playing Penguin's dad in Gotham?
Yes.
Wasn't that what he did in Batman Returns?
You're right.
Okay. I was like, why does that sound familiar?
Yeah.
Sorry to
he
interrupt.
did. No, he did. He played him in Batman Returns. It was really funny because when they were saying that someone was returning to his character, I was like, what the fuck? Who are they talking about? And it was him returning as the father. It was pretty cool.
Interesting.
So, I found out yesterday that my first crush is playing Universal for their Mardi Gras celebration in March.
Your first crush is playing Universal.
Yep.
Is it going to make you want to get physical, Adam?
Yes, it is. It's Olivia Newton-John.
I hear you.
Is that due to your love of Grease? Is this why?
No, it's lube.
I don't know. I was too young to really formulate it. I just remember my mom used to listen to the music and she would play Grease and all that. But she had other movies at the time. She was like a sort of a burgeoning Hollywood star back then. So like there was another movie she did with John Travolta called Twist of Fate, and I don't know, but she was like, that's the first woman I can remember looking at and going, ooh, not anything, not anything sexual, but just like she's pretty, and I was probably 5 or 6 or something like that,
Yeah.
and but like legitimately my whole life, and that's very likely that's why I'm obsessed with going to Australia, is because of her. And I even bought, like, a couple years ago, bought her greatest hits. And,
wow, you were the one.
Mm-hmm.
One day Adam's going to come in, he's going to sit down for the show, Wayne, and then he's just going to take off his shirt and the back of his back is tattooed just to be the poster of Xanadu.
That would be the most incredible thing I've ever
sorry,
seen in my
back that
life.
up. One day?
One day.
That could easily happen right now.
I'll make the
You gotta
phone
do
call,
it
son.
Polynesian style, just one hit at a time.
Look, I'll make the phone call. I will set this up and throw it on YouTube. Let's do this.
What, get a tattoo of the poster of Xanadu?
Yeah, on your back.
You know what? I'll be honest with you. If I thought it would help the show, like get
You
a real
wouldn't do
shot,
it.
I'd do it. If
Could
I
you
thought if I
imagine
thought
we
it,
do the GGH meet and greet and it's just you getting a tattoo on your back for 9 hours?
I mean, at this point, I'm assuming that's what Kenny's planning on.
I would. Well, no, he's getting something a little bit more explicit.
Oh, did he tell you what it was? He's getting a big shoulder tattoo, and he said it's going to take like all day.
Oh, okay.
7 hours.
Yeah, that's
Said it's big
about
and
right.
veiny. Adam thinks it's a penis. We're gonna wait and see what happens.
Oh, I asked him. He said he was going to be there for 7 hours, and I was like, geez, how big is the dick he's drawing on your forehead? he said it's pretty big and veiny, and I was like, BBC.
Nice.
Kenny's a huge fan of the British Broadcasting Network.
Yeah, I bet he is.
Yeah.
I bet he is.
Yeah.
Little cockholding going
Yeah,
on there.
whenever those English people, those damn English, make fun of us, I'm just like, yeah, but your network's named after Big Black Cock. So
True. So
sorry.
true.
You got no room there, son.
So true.
I tell you what, the English people have really latched on to GGH, though. They seem to really love it. Even though, like,
good.
I use our racial slur for them all the time.
Nice.
Well, you also got to keep in mind, considering the main hosts of UUOP are English, I wouldn't say a massive. I wouldn't say everybody that's listening is English, but we do have a very, very large English fan base.
Yeah.
So it's nice that the most loyal UUOP listeners followed me over, and I guess all of us now, into GGH.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's awesome.
No, I really do want to, and I know I'm sort of putting the cart before the horse, but I really do want to do a live show in Orlando, and, you know, we haven't been able to do a second live show yet.
Nope.
Just somebody's got to book it, and like,
February 22nd.
is that when we're doing it?
That's when we're doing that thing at Twist.
But that doesn't. I think Toner, I told you about that, right? Where so Wayne and I are gonna sit with a friend of ours who's never seen Harry Potter before, and we're gonna answer questions live on stage.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have a problem
Wait,
with.
is he this friend that's never seen it is going to ask you questions?
Yeah.
Yes.
Ooh. Okay.
I actually thought about maybe do they have internet there?
Yeah.
I thought about maybe we should have him sorted into a house, like ask him the questions, and you know you can do that, right?
No.
On Pottermore, and there's other websites that'll do it too, but on Pottermore you can officially get sorted into your house.
What is your house, Adam?
That'd be funny.
Fuck, I shouldn't have brought this up.
He's probably Hufflepuff.
God damn it, I dispute that.
Are you really?
If the sorting hat was on top of me, I'd be like, I'm absolutely fucking Ravenclaw. There's no way I'm fucking Hufflepuff.
You're a Hufflepuff.
And you know
will
why
say
people
this,
don't
all
like-
the best people I know are Hufflepuffs. My best friend's a Hufflepuff. My girlfriend is a Hufflepuff.
What are you?
Can't.
I'm a Gryffindor.
Nice. I'm a
I've
nothing
actually
because I
taken
wouldn't
the
even
test
know.
like 3 times just to make sure. Cause
I don't even know what that is.
You'd probably be Slytherin.
What is this? I'm gonna do it on the phone while we're.
Pottermore.com. I don't know if you can do it online.
Well, let's see.
On your phone. But you know why people don't like Hufflepuff? It's because it sounds like a goddamn Pokemon. I'm pretty sure there is a Hufflepuff Pokemon somewhere out there.
Not quite, but I appreciate the candor.
But I'm definitely a Ravenclaw.
You maybe. All right. Let's see. Sorting hat. All right.
But I thought about
I've seen like the half and half quizzes you can take. If going by that, I'm what's referred to as a Griffin Puff. I kind of prescribe to the
you're just doing that because you don't
Neville
want Kim
and
to feel like
Fred.
you're leaving her behind.
What was that?
You're just doing that because you don't want Kim to feel like you're leaving her behind.
No. But me personally, I've always felt more like if Neville's in Gryffindor, then I can deal with that. I always felt like Fred and George too. Hey, if they got placed in Gryffindor, then I can see myself in there.
Fair enough. No, I came home for the first time I went to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. I bought one of those. I like buying shirts when I'm on vacation, and especially like if I'm going to a theme park. And but I couldn't find like a Harry Potter T-shirt that I really liked, but I found one that was kind of okay. It was a soccer style Gryffindor shirt, and I went to the comic shop wearing it, and one of my best friends, the Hustle, was behind the counter. I walked in, and he looked at me and he was like, "You're not Gryffindor." He's like, "There's
now,
no way you're Gryffindor."
Depending on when this was, they pretty much only sold Gryffindor merch until like 2 years ago.
You know what? You might be right. There might have. I want to say there was like a couple of hats or something like that, like some Slytherin hats or something like that. But I don't know. It's been a while. But I just remembered like just being really upset. I was like, why wouldn't I be Gryffindor? But
okay, so I must have done this already.
or the other Wayne Barris.
Or the other Wayne Barris in the
that
entire
would be
world.
awesome. That's a story we haven't told in a while.
Yeah. Go ahead and tell it because it's really funny.
There's I know you're somewhat from the South, but I doubt you're familiar with Houma, Louisiana. Actually, you could be, because when I was in college program, there seemed to be an abundance of people from Houma in the college program. I don't know if that was just my term or what, but anyway, it's in the middle of nowhere. And one day we had no, you were at a bar.
Yeah, I was at a bar.
You were at Twist, I think, and the friend of his was like came over and was like, "Hey man, what you doing?" And Wayne was like, "No, nothing, like I've been doing this podcast." And he's like, "Yeah, I heard about that." He's like, "Yeah, I want you to meet my friend." And this guy comes over and he's like, "Oh, hey," he's like, "What's your name?" And it's like, "Wayne Barris." And the guy's like, "Wayne Barris?" He's like, "Yeah." And the guy goes, "Did you know there's like this big podcaster guy named Wayne Barris?" He's like, "Yeah, that's me."
That's me, dude.
And the guy goes, "No." And he's like, "Yeah." And the guy goes, "No, you're not. I met Wayne Barris of the MHOG podcast." And so there's this guy in Houma who, for what bear in mind, like our numbers aren't huge, like, and especially that was the first year. But there's some guy who listened to the show and was like, I don't know if he was trying to get pussy. I don't know if he was like thought he could make money off of it. because we're not making money off of it. But the guy like was introducing, telling people he was Wayne Barris of the MHOG podcast.
It's me.
And we never found out who that guy was.
No.
It was like this weird stalker thing.
It was pretty weird. It was a strange conversation. And then later on, like another person told me the same thing. Like there's some other guy in Houma.
We need to.
Are you ever worried you're going to have like this bizarro situation, like you're actually going to meet an exact doppelganger of yourself?
No, but that'd be neat. I am definitely Slytherin.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I am.
Thought so.
Slytherin's a great house. You can be happy with whatever you're placed in.
Unless you're Hufflepuff, then you can be bitter. I don't remember what my Overmoney house is.
I don't even know what that is.
You can be sorted into the American house, American school as well.
Wow. I didn't know there was an American house.
Yeah, for Fantastic Beasts, they announced that the American school, they don't show it in the movie.
Right.
But the American school is called Ilvermorny.
Nice. That's cool.
And they have their own houses with different names and whatever.
One's Budweiser.
They're just named after all the beers.
Yeah, you got Budweiser,
Coors,
Miller.
Yeah.
Coors.
The southern one is Dixie.
But yeah, so we're gonna be on stage at a bar, a metal bar.
Yes.
With another metal. He's not a lead singer, right?
He's a singer. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Our friend Phil Doty, and so he's gonna watch. I think it's like the first two.
Yeah.
Harry Potter films,
yeah.
Which I know Hunter's favorite is actually the first one, right?
That's correct.
Chamber of Secrets.
It's a very good one.
I really don't like the first two at all, so I'm probably the worst Harry Potter fan to ask about those. I'll have to rewatch them myself. Although I'm versed enough to where I could probably answer most of his questions.
Right.
But yeah, so he wants to do this live on stage, and I'm fine with doing the show because it sounds kind of weird and funny.
Yeah, it'd be something interesting.
But I'm really concerned about the live part because I don't know who's going to show up for that.
Well, we'll see. I mean, it's a Wednesday night. So.
I should probably like post that on BSI and just like see, because there might be like some people,
a huge crowd of people show up going, yeah.
But then I'll answer something wrong and they'll just be like,
"You a liar!
You're not even a Hufflepuff. You're not even a puff.
You're just a Huffle.
Yeah.
Get off the stage, you stupid squib.
You Huffle." Jesus Christ.
Every day he's
I could
huffling.
smell it on you.
Huffling. Yeah, there you go. I like that.
I could smell it on you. I knew you were a squib.
Mm-hmm.
So friends and I actually got into a pretty big disagreement the other day about how they found Michael Gambon to be the superior Dumbledore. And I am completely on the Richard Harris side of things.
That's because those were your first movies, and also because how old were you when that first movie came out?
Ooh, I think I was right in the age group. I was either 10 or 11.
Okay, see, that's why.
But Richard Harris perfectly encapsulates everything you want to see from Dumbledore.
I've heard that he's has the sort of kindly aspect, but actually, if you look at later in the books, like he has some pretty dark shit that he does, including to Harry, and
he does, but he's always still, for the most part, he's described as kind and gentle and caring. Mm-hmm. So even though he does these,
even though he
in
sacrifices
a lot of ways,
child.
Pretty awful things,
he rapes people.
He's
no
Albus Cosby Dumbledore.
Dumbledore. He really.
Oh God, I think you just invented a fucked up burlesque. Thanks, Wayne.
You're welcome.
That's
welcome.
definitely gonna happen.
Here we go, Dumbledore.
Jesus Christ.
The new Harry Potter.
But anyway,
burlesque.
so no, well, I mean, look, I can understand that, but I do think that partly it's because Hunter like literally grew up with the books,
right?
I think it's partly because like you saw that when you were 10, and that's in your mind that is, Dumbledore.
The
so
quintessential Dumbledore.
To have someone come in and replace him, and they are very different actors, but
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, like, towards the same token, I mean, even though I grew up with the prequel era of Star Wars, and as much as I like Ewan McGregor, Alec Guinness is still Obi-Wan Kenobi to me.
Oh, fair enough. I don't know. Whenever I see Richard, is that his name? Richard Harris?
Yeah.
Whenever I see him, he always reminds me of like the white version of Lo Pan from Big Trouble in Little China, because he has that sort of frailness. Like is he like dissolving in front of us?
He's doing the one hand clap on his hand.
Yeah. Jesus.
Wait, I don't even know what that is. What?
Jesus.
The one hand clap.
It's when they're in the Great Hall and he's just holding his other hand up and he's just like gently tapping it with his other hand.
Oh, gotcha.
I've seen Sorcerer's Stone so many times at this point.
Oh man. Well,
yes,
I think we're
we're at capacity. So. We have reached the limits that the bullshit can flow. I guess we have to stop the bullshit for a while.
Yeah.
At the end of this show, there will be our Full Metal movie review will be played at the end of the show.
Right. So don't just when we stop talking, don't just stop.
Just don't stop listening, because there's some more. There's gonna be a little more right after this.
Because they're probably reviewing the Care Bear movie. Because I
believe so. I believe this is the
listen to that.
I believe this is the episode where they review the shitty movies that we picked for them.
We were all asked to pick a movie for the Full Metal movie review for the show. And I went with one of my favorite 80s classics, Care Bear the Movie 2.
Yes.
Where the Care Bears fight Satan.
Yes.
And
I forget what I put. I picked something ridiculous. I can't remember what it was.
Please tell me it was Rubber.
No, it wasn't Rubber. I wish I'd have thought about that, because that was a fucking ungodly movie.
Tune in next time when Wayne tells them they have to watch Rubber. Which I recommend, Hunter. If you've never seen Rubber, you should see it too.
Yeah, you should check it out.
Okay, I'll add it to the list.
I'm just kidding.
It's a very long list, but
I'm just kidding.
Add it there.
Don't do it to yourself.
Rubber,
I'm just kidding.
Quick review on Rubber. It's a tire that kills people.
And that's
wait, I think I've seen this on Netflix. It's got like 1.5 stars.
Yes, it's amazing.
Okay.
It's barely coherent. Actually, even barely coherent is giving it too much credit.
It's one of the greatest movies you ever watch in your life.
It's it's a movie where things happen.
You know that thing that was it, Mr. Holland's Opus? This is the Opus.
Yeah. It's about as entertaining.
Yeah, pretty much.
But anyway, so Hunter is very easy to find. He has, at any given time, 2 podcasts and occasionally a third one when Real Fans for Real Movies call them in.
Yeah, so if you want to find me, of course, I'm on the Unofficial Universal Orlando Podcast. We've been doing that for over 6 years now, as crazy as that sounds.
Pretty awesome.
So if you like theme parks, specifically Universal, find me there. If you like more so just general ranting, if you enjoy Adam and I's general camaraderie, you can find us on Grim Grinning Host, which once again is another theme park show, but that one branches out a little bit. And like Adam says, I do a lot of work with the guys over at Real Fans for Real Movies. We just did a podcast all about The Hunchback of Notre Dame, which is one of my favorite Disney films. But aside from that, if you just want to follow me, you can do that at HanBurlow77 on Twitter.
See, that's how professional podcasters do it.
I don't know. What the fuck are we doing?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, whatever.
They know where to find us.
Yeah, they know.
They're like on Facebook. We got
you know who I
Twitter,
am.
we got
Come
Instagram.
on.
Wayne's got dick pics on Snapchat.
Right. Come on. You can find us anywhere.
He just sends them to Donald Trump all day long.
Yeah, whatever he wants.
Yeah, you got one back one day.
I did. It was pretty nice.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Congratulations, Mr. President.
Yeah,
it was a nice one.
His dick hair looks just like the one on his head.
Yeah, super orange. Yeah, if I had to recommend one thing to our incoming president of the United States, stop dyeing your ball hair. It's weird.
You said incoming. That's
He is incoming.
Incoming mouth like the faucet.
What's wrong with you?
All right. So,
I thought we were done with that.
So anyway, stick around for the Full Metal review. And I was your host, Wayne.
And I'm half a Huffle.
And I'm not sucking a faucet.
And remember, ladies and gentlemen, to keep it metal!
But seriously,
All right, guys. I'm Ryan, and I'm here with.
I'm Mandy.
And how have you been, Mandy?
And welcome back.
Yeah.
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Real good.
Good.
So,
Good.
What movie did you pick this week?
I picked The House That October Built.
Yeah. So what did you think about it?
Yep. Well, to be honest, it had a really slow start. And I didn't realize that it was going to be shot kind of in the form of Paranormal Activity a little bit. So I guess I didn't know what I was expecting when I first went into the movie itself.
Yeah.
What did you think?
So, yeah, like you're saying, it was a found footage type movie.
Yeah.
Have you ever worked in a haunted house before?
No, but I got to visit the one down there in Louisiana of the House of Shock not too many years ago, and that was fantastic.
Yeah, that's really cool.
So I guess I was thinking it was going to be a little bit more on that end of the spectrum a little bit, but I definitely enjoyed the complexity of the characters that worked in the houses.
I've worked in haunted houses for about 14 years now. And
really?
Yeah. And that part of the movie was great. It reminded me a lot of what people that work at haunted houses act like and are in a way.
Yep.
But then so the whole premise of the movie, I guess we should say, is they're going on a road trip to go to the 5 scariest haunted houses they can go to. Isn't that most extreme?
Yep, that's correct. And they were looking for a special invite to the most extreme house.
And it's called the Blue Skeleton, right?
Yep, I believe so. Or the Blue Skull or Skeleton, yeah.
Yeah. So the premise was good. It was a little slow, but it was kind of a buddy movie in a way at the first.
Right.
I didn't hate it. I hated the end. I'm sorry, I did. I think I hated the end.
Yeah, no, I actually agree with you. I was just like, that's it?
But
really?
The rest of the movie was okay. It built good. And at the end it was like, they went, let's just do this and it'll be good enough and people will watch it.
Yeah, exactly. I agree 100%. This would not be a movie that I would purchase at all. And honestly, I don't think I would watch it again, but
I wouldn't watch it. I mean,
parts of the movie that I wouldn't mind watching.
Yeah, I might tell someone to watch it.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't great. I mean, it was okay. The end just really upset me, I guess.
Yeah. Yep. No, I agree.
Okay.
Definitely.
So let's move on to the gem that I picked.
The gem that you picked, yes.
Yeah.
Let's move on to that.
The movie I picked this week was called The Secrets of Emily Blair. And it says, desperate to save his fiancée from a demon that has possessed her soul, a man turns to his longtime priest for help. And the reason I picked this movie is because a few weeks ago I was talking to my buddy about what we do here. And he was making fun of me for picking movies like with 1 or 2 stars. So I went there, and this had 4 out of 5 stars on Netflix. So I'm like, all right, it's got 4 out of 5 stars. It's got to be decent. So give me your impressions of it.
Well, I will have you know, when I went to go watch the film actually dropped down to 1.5 stars when I clicked on it. But honestly, it was very, like, run-of-the-mill for me. It wasn't, like... Honestly, I found myself checking my phone and just kind of, like, looking at a magazine. And I'm being serious. I just was like, yeah, okay, I've seen that before. That's kind of cool, but then it was just like, oh, you just ruined it. So,
yeah. So I looked on Netflix just now, and on my Netflix account or whatever, I don't know how, it still has 4 stars.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
And that makes me sad.
Yeah.
Because
well, give it the 1 star.
That was the biggest. I'm mad at myself for watching it. Like in the first 10 minutes or 20 minutes of it, I was like, "Can I please shut this movie off? This is horrible."
Mm-hmm.
To me, it was like if you made a possession movie, right? But it was made in the style of 90210 or Gilmore Girls or something just horrible.
Yes.
Like Lifetime movies had a baby with 90210 and they decided it was possessed.
Yep, exactly. With a little hint of Vampire Diaries in there somewhere, I'm sure.
Oh God, it was bad.
Yeah, yes, it was. Honestly though, I will say that I think if they would have done a little bit something different with I'm going to just call it like the alternate dimension or wherever she ended up. That kind of was a little bit promising, but then the character that played in with her was just like overdone, I guess.
It was like a Mighty Morphin Power Ranger villain.
It was. At first it was like, oh. It was. It really was. I was just like, it was like a build that I was like, oh God, why would you do that?
Right. It was just bad. It made me sad, and even if I disliked somebody, I wouldn't tell them to watch that movie. That's where it lands for me. Yeah. It's like when I was talking about if I would ever be pissed off that I wasted my time watching a movie, that would probably be one that worked for that category.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. But oh my goodness.
Someone may love it. Who knows? Just not me. So I feel bad.
Well, there's a reason why it's got 4 stars on your end.
Okay. So since
Teresa, I'm gonna send you a picture because I'm serious. Like on mine, I have like 1 star, 1.5 stars for that movie, and I didn't even rate it. So
I didn't rate it either.
I don't know.
Yeah, whatever. I'm gonna say my phone's possessed by that same crappy demon.
Yeah.
Sound good? Okay.
Sounds good.
So since that movie was so terrible, I thought it would be cool, and we can, or if you want to go for it or not, but I was thinking, do you have a movie that you thought was going to be horrible, but you ended up, it was actually a pretty cool movie that you really liked, that you'd recommend somebody to watch?
Oh gosh, that's a loaded question. Right off the top of my head, I can't think of anything just like at the moment, but
Okay.
let's put a pin in that and I'll get back to you on that one. How about you though?
All right, I'll tell you one, and people may make fun of me on this, but I don't care. Let's see, 2 months ago, at least 3 maybe, my son and I have a tradition where we watch scary movies at night on the weekends. So it can't be like super uber like hardcore bad, because he's, you know, still young-ish. So I'm like, what can we watch? So we decided to watch The Visit by Shyamalan.
Okay.
And I was like, man, he's been sucking bad lately. So I wasn't too psyched to watch it, but it was rated PG-13 and it was supposed to be scary, and the trailer for it looked okay, decent. And I gotta say, like, next to the Blair Witch, that was probably one of the best found footage type movies I've ever seen.
Really?
To me. Have you seen it yet?
I've not seen this yet. No, I haven't.
Okay. So, it legitimately creeped me out in parts.
Really?
Like, there's actually a part, like, I should have seen stuff coming, but I didn't because I was just so into what is going to happen next. But it legitimately had a part in it that I was watching, and the characters said some stuff, and like a chill and the hair stood up all over my body. It was like, holy crap, really? And
really?
One of those, to me in it, you know, I'm maybe the only one, and I might be the only person in the world that actually liked the movie. I don't think so. My son liked it, and I have some friends that liked it, but I'd recommend it. You should watch it.
Okay. All right. I'll put it on my to-watch list here.
Okay.
And I will let you know what I think.
Please do.
Yes, awesome.
I guess that wraps it up. Does that wrap it up?
I think it does. And we have a special surprise for our next episode. The guys from the MHOG podcast are going to be picking our movies. So look forward to doing that.
It's going to be special.
Yes, it will be, I'm sure.
Not sure which kind of special, but it'll be special.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
All right, back to you guys.
And that was Full Metal Movie Review. Thanks for sticking around and listening to that. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, to, as always, keep it metal.
Adieu, adieu, parting is such sweet sorrow.
Go ahead and run. Run home and cry to mama.
Get the fuck out!
Okay then. That's it.